Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you're in Isaiah Zone. And yes, this is for the biggest review of all time, or pretty much the game of 2015, which is Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. And let me tell you this now, folks. Damn, is this game long. I mean, it's very, very long. You can sink in like 100 to 200 hours plus within this game. Not including side quest missions, which add on to another 50 to 100 minutes as well. Or hours, that is. Maybe. I lost track of time, really. Because if I can remember correctly, I bought the game in 2012. Yeah, I bought the game in Tuesday, that when it came out that day. And then I beat it pretty much close to the end of May. So, yeah. I've been very busy with this game. But, again, you see a lot of people have a struggle with it. Again, it's not a bad thing. It's just that when you put on hard difficulty, or pretty much put at medium, the game becomes very challenging and becomes very, very annoying. And good and bad reasons. So it's not like very, very hard as Dark Souls or Bloodborne, whatever the case may be. The game is pretty much fair and balanced. And the AI is smart, but not overly smart. So that's very good too. However, the combat is pretty much icing on the cake. And pretty much the magic and the spells and crafting pretty much is icing on the cake. The biggest part behind this game is, well, two parts really, is the conversation you have with people and other NPCs, because having good conversation with them or pretty much being nice to some people actually does help you out it does help you out down the road. Trust me, I played the good side. No, in fact, there's no good side in The Witcher. Everything's morally gray, but you got to feel within yourself which path is right for you. And there has been times where the side quest missions actually literally tricked me. Said I was doing a good thing. Come to find out, I actually did a bad thing. I can't tell you what the side quest is, but that tells you how much the side quests are pretty much all thought out. Every side quest you actually take part in, they're always thought out. They don't last for like about 2 to 10 minutes. No, they last about 20 to so and so minutes, because these go on to they go into the next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter, depending how long you want to beat it. Side quest it is. No, I'm into the main story, but the side quest, I'm going to spend some time on that. Because the side quest makes you go around the world in The Witcher 3. And man, this map is, no, let's take it back. The game itself is humongous, okay? It took me a long while. I was on the third map, fourth or third map, whatever. And I was sailing to the next island. Truth be told, that took me about 5 minutes. Add on to other times that I was attacked by other sea monsters, like oh my goodness, was it harpies or sirens? Yeah, sirens. And I was attacked by them. And then when I found treasure, I jumped out the boat and got that treasure, because this is the fun part too. Because the game is so big, you can find a lot of cool gear, a lot of good nooks and crannies where you don't have to buy gear at all. And that was my biggest mistake within the game. I bought gear. Stupid me. But I was kind of desperate at that time, because this is my first, it's not my first time playing a Witcher game. The first Witcher game I ever played was Witcher 2. I didn't like it that much because the combat was a little bit clunky and the story took some time to get invested in. In Witcher 3, it just shows you right in the mix of things. Like, yes, this is your character. Have fun. Do what you want to do. And that's what the game tells you. Like, do what you want to do. Kill some monsters. Kill some bad guys. Where the case may be, and get paid at the same time. Which was also cool too, because this is where the side quest missions play a big part in this game as well. You meet a lot of different enemies. You all put them in your glossary, your dictionary, really, in the game, so you can actually study them and see what their weaknesses are. When you know what the weaknesses are, they go down much faster. However, you must be a high level or close to, like, for example, if a monster is 26, if you're 21, you have a good chance of surviving that fight. I say good. I say 100% you're proven to win. And if I'm correct, if you're facing a monster who's pretty much 26 or a little bit higher, or pretty much, like, say, like a troll, you have no chance in hell to beat them. You gotta be at super high level, like around 26 or in the 30s. And that's where it pretty much again ends up, pretty much around 30 or 40, depending. And the game becomes a breeze when you reach level 20, when you come to the 20s, which is a good thing, trust me, because you're gonna face a lot of enemies who knows how to block your moves who knows how to attack you when you attack them, because they know they count your moves as well. And so for me, I was doing more dodging. I had a hard time parrying, like deflecting one's enemy's attacks. That also goes the same thing as arrows, because blocking arrows was a pain to do, and parrying enemies' attacks was also a bigger pain as well. Because the one that gave me more trouble was the demons and the monsters. The people were a little bit more predictable, but I can't be like overstepping my boundaries, because I have to pretty much know that they're dangerous and they can kill me if I do something stupid, which has happened before. I've done a lot of stupid things too. And I faced a lot of people who are high level to me and things like that nature. And it's okay to retreat. Like in the game itself, it doesn't really tell you should retreat, but trust me, if you retreat, you have another chance of surviving and pretty much beating that fight. That's what I learned from that the Griffin fight I was in. Not the one you faced earlier in the game, but pretty much way later in the game. And the NPC behind the side quests are really, really cool, and they don't repeat. They're always different. They're pretty much unique characters in their own story. And when you fight or either help them or pretty much kill them, depending on the situation, the story becomes more interesting, because it keeps you on your toes, because nothing is really black and white. So you got to be very, very careful who you talk to and who you fight, because if you fight somebody for the wrong reasons, that's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. If you fight people for the good reasons and pretty much talk to people for the bad reasons as well, vice versa situation. And there's a lot of humor too in this game. It can be dark, and it can be dark, but overall you can find a lot of good, funny humor with the characters like Dandelion and Zoltan. I hope I said his name correctly. And Yin, she's a great character. Trish, I'll get to her last because I'll explain that later. But Yin and Siri were one of my favorite characters next to Garrett, because those characters were pretty much unique, and they were real. It was pretty much realistic characters. It was pretty much like there wasn't one note characters. It was pretty much there was their own characters that had more character development to grow, which I loved a lot. And Yin was one of my love interests in the game, and her dialogue was very cryptic, but at the same time, she cares about your character. And man, there was just so much detail in this damn game. It's like when you go to a cave, I know I'm going off topic now. When you go into the cave or any cave, it expands to another part of the cave, and it's all part of the same map. So you're just like, oh my God, why? Because you keep saying why. Because that was really, really fun to do, because I love exploring the lands and the Witcher universe. And it was just so beautiful. I took a lot of screen captures too, because I just couldn't let that go. Like, look at that beauty, look at this and that, because it made it look like it was a real environment, but it wasn't, thank God. But it was still good. I still love the environments the most. Hold up, that's stupid people might hang out. They won't shut up talking. Give me a second. Jesus, I do everything around here. Then where was I? Oh yes, the environment. Okay. So the environment became more and more of a character of its own right. And when it became its own character, it made you more appreciate the game for what it was. And I love the game even more, because it made me appreciate the environments around me. Pretty much made me stay aware, make sure, because enemies always around you, even the forest, or you go to a village or a city or whatever the case may be. Anyone could attack you. Pretty much you got to stay on your guard no matter what. Even if you're in a small conversation, you will pretty much have to stay on your toes. Stay on your feet, whatever. But now going to the main story. Again, I won't spoil none of the story, because I'm going to give you my third person view of the whole aspect of the story. The story is really, really like catch me if you can moment, but it's a really good catch me if you can type storytelling, because it keeps you guessing. It has really cool flashbacks with Siri. It has a lot of great interactions with a lot of old characters with Garrett's inner circle, and pretty much people who are also evil at times. I love how everything got twists and turns. Not, like I said before, not everything is black and white, so that's a good thing. So pretty much you gotta keep yourself always in doubt. Like, is this person really being truthful to me, or this and that? And your outcomes and your actions do play a big factor in the whole game. And I didn't notice that to the pretty much the end of the game. It's like, damn, really? And it was very good too. It's like it kept its in a way it kept its promise that says, yes, you will make a big change in the world of The Witcher 3. So yeah, be prepared for that shit. And you do. And you die, and I died in the most stupid ways of all. It was funny too. But again, the story is really good. It has a beginning, middle, and end. It can drag a little bit with some characters, like Trish, for a good example. Her storytelling and her side quest was pretty much, it had merit. It was a really good story. But compared to everything else that I know within The Witcher 3, it was like hers was pretty much like a third wheel. Like, why was this in here? I mean, you could use someone else, anyone else, who I don't really care about. Well, I take that back. I do care about all the NPCs, except for Trish, which is really, really odd. But at the same time, I think I know why. It's because I met one of the mages, or sorcerers that is, and she was a pain in my ass. She was just talking a lot of garbage and trash. I'm not talking about I'm talking about another character I can't really tell you because that'd be a spoiler. But again, she was talking mad garbage, which has some merit. But at the same time, I remember very well because due to her characteristics and pretty much who she was as a character. She had her flaws, but she knew what she was going to do. And I like that about that character a lot. They made me remember a lot. And so there's a lot of characters who I remember, who I saved or killed or whoever. And Whoreson, oh, that's a terrible name, I know. He was those characters I remember for the good and bad reasons, but it's because the story was so damn good. And then there's a lot of things going on. And there's one side quest mission which was one of my favorites, which is like you gotta find a killer, which is really, really cool. I love that side quest. It was really good. And you will find some missions really hard to fight because if they're higher levels, you can't really beat them. You can't really do nothing about it. You gotta wait till yourself to get more leveled up, play a more lower level side quest missions, because those things do last for quite some time until you get to the very end, until you go to your main quest. So trust me, you gotta be very, very patient. And when you play, I forgot what you call play that. And you have a lot of mini games too, like playing cards with people. Well, it's not really cards in a way. It's like Hearthstone, really, if you think about it like that. You got pretty much got to know your timing. You got pretty much let the cards themselves dictate what's going to happen on the battlefield, because the cards themselves, the mini games, is very detailed as well. It's like it's its own game. It could be on a mobile device and it'd still be great. And I love that about this game because you keep on seeing new things you haven't explored yet. And when you see new things, you're like, whoa, because it's always fresh. That's what I'm trying to reach about this game. It's always fresh. When you go to a new environment, face new enemies, or go to a new uncharted land with no people and just monsters, just straight up all monsters. Or when you save people, or when you try and fight racism within the game, which I'm going to go to now. The racism within the game of The Witcher 3 was done very, very well. And it was kind of harsh. It was kind of really hard for me to watch because they were doing a lot of horrific things. The humans, that is, like doing the non-humans, like elves, dwarves, and sorceress and things like that nature. And it was like, wow, because it was a lot to take in. But at the same time, it was great storytelling because it made me feel as a person that's not right. Because for my character, Garrett, he didn't really take the money all the way because he was like, I refuse the money down the road. And if I'm correct, man, it's crazy. And then about the story that is, I love to go back to the story. When you start thinking you're going to help somebody down the road, it actually comes to bite you in the ass again. Because when I thought I was going to say X, Y, and Z for this character right here, it turns out they duped me and pretty much said like, yeah, you got fooled. Too bad, sucker. And that made me feel really stupid. Like, oh my God, I feel so stupid now. Because what you do, you have to do sometimes the bad things to get peace around your environments. And so that was really, really good. And there's a lot of storytelling, a lot of storytelling. And let me talk about the bad parts too, so we can get to how I can end this video too. The bad parts are pretty much are like technical glitches, like Some scenery won't pop in soon. The screen would sometimes a little bit tear. A little bit, not that much. It's very, very, very rare. You will find a bug where you can't open the door. And I posted it up on my channel too. Or you might see other types of bugs within the game of The Witcher 3. But those bugs does not take me out of the game completely. I mean, it does take me out very briefly, but since I was so unraveled by the story, since I was in love with the characters, since I was in love with pretty much The Witcher itself, is that I want to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing. I went past that bug too, by the way. And the game kept getting better and better and better and better and better. And when you get to that last, I mean, I'm telling you this now, when you get to the last boss fight, well, last two boss fights, that is, it's a doozy. Trust me. Because the hunt is no joke. They will mess you up badly. And that's what I love about it. The boss battles, it can be predictable, but at the same time, you think that they're predictable will get you killed much faster. Trust me, I thought like that before, and I got killed easily. So I have to pretty much take my time and strike when it's needed to be struck, or use their weaknesses for my advantages. It's just things like that nature. It makes the game even more fun to play with. And there's just so much, so much. And so I'm going back in the game again to get the good ending, because I got the bad ending. Like, oh my God, Isaiah, really, Isaiah? Really? You got the bad ending? And the reason I'm wearing glasses right now is because I have bags under my eyes because I was playing this game non-stop at times. So this brought me back to the good days of gaming when I was playing Final Fantasy X from 6 or 7 p.m. all the way to 6 a.m. because the game was just so damn good. This game here is no exception. It's no exception. It's just phenomenal. It's just a masterpiece in its own right. And yes, there is some technical issues, but it's not like a bad. It's not really like. It's actually really funny too. The technical issues are very, very fun to watch or pretty much see and take pictures of it. It's very fun. And so there's a lot of things going on with this game, and there's a lot. And this game is huge. So for people who are completionists or people who want to go out and complete everything in the game, I'm gonna tell you this now. Don't do that. Take your time. Please take your time. Do half of the story missions because they will actually upgrade you the fastest way. They'll actually upgrade you really fast. So don't do that, please. Like, don't complete the game like every side quest mission because you'll be tired very, very fast. Because the side quest missions do become draining on you. Because for me, I had to pretty much do this and do that and go point A to point B. And those travels are very exhausting because you gotta pretty much push your horse even further and further and further. Knowing the fact your horse is pretty stupid, but that's a different story. So what is the rating for this game? I can't talk today. Do I really have to say it, folks? It's pretty much a must-watch or pretty much a must-buy, but it's pretty much a must-watch game. I know it's a weird wording too, because it's a game that pretty much is going to be loved by hardcore fans. It's going to be loved by pretty much casual fans too. Not fact they're not really into like dark and gritty stuff. They might like the gameplay or the storytelling behind it because the game is not really that hard. The combat's not hard either, but you can always up the difficulty. But I wouldn't recommend it because you would die really fast. I should know because I was on normal and I died a lot. It was actually aggravating too. But it just shows that I really love this game. CD Projekt Red did a great job on this game, and I can't wait for the DLC for it. I know, right? Weird. But the DLC for Witcher 3, I know it's going to be really, really good because that's all I can see. Like, yeah, that's going to be that good stuff right there. That good stuff. So I'm going to trade in my Dragon Age game and my Bloodborne for Batman, of course. And that's another long story too. And what can I say? It's amazing. No, it's a masterpiece of a game, and it gets a must-watch rating in my book. So that's been it, folks. That's it. The fat lady just saying I beat the game. I'm about to go back in again and beat the game again with a good ending instead of a BS ending, which I just did myself. And also, do not what's that word? Do not romance two women at the same time. That will pretty much burn you in the end results. Trust me, I played that part, and I was really stupid. It's like, oh, okay, oh. Trust me, it's like, yeah. So you gotta really choose between Yin and Trish. That's not really that hard, but then again, it's very complex because Trish is a really cool character. She has a really cool side quest story, but with Yin, you get more detailed storytelling, you get more characteristics, you get everything in nook and cranny. And Trish, Yin and Garrett are pretty much, you see throughout the whole game, they went through a lot of things. So, yeah, a lot of great shit. What else can I say? What else can I say? I'm gonna go back and play this game again. Okay, so leave me alone. And well, not really, but yeah. So that's been my show, folks. I'm getting the hell out of here. I might go to sleep too, by the way. And you're leaving the zone. And as always, folks, still keep it locked and loaded and very warm for me because I'm gonna post up more gameplay videos of The Witcher, maybe, and then review Batman. Arkham Knight, which I can't wait to review that awesome game. And you're leaving the zone. And as always, folks, still keep it locked, loaded, and very warm for me because I'll be back.